Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. Today I'm going to share my haul from the 100-mile peanut picking yard sale that I went to last Saturday. It was a fun event. It runs from Moultrie, Georgia to Unadilla, Georgia, along rural highways 41 and 33. I believe that's correct. Or is it 91? I don't know. You can look it up on the website. I'll put a link down below. We did not go the entire 100 miles, but we did go from Vienna. We live in Cordele, so we went to Vienna, back through Cordele, on into Sylvester, and then back again. So that was a pretty good bit of a trip. The yard sale lasts from 8 to 4. It is one of my favorite things to go to each year. Please hush. I guess he's mad because he didn't get to go. And last year we missed it because Hurricane Michael came through the Wednesday before that yard sale. So there was a lot of mess after that, as you can imagine. So we weren't able to do it. So I was very extra excited to go this year. I'll go with my parents. My husband is not interested in those kind of things. So, this year we took my vehicle and I drove, which is a little different. My dad usually drives. So, yeah, we enjoyed it. We went and ate very early at Denny's for breakfast, and then we headed on. So I was up at 6 a.m. so I could meet them at 7 for breakfast. And then we were done probably 2:30, I think, was when we finally got back to that. So it was a very long day. And it started off as a cool morning, but by the end of the day, it was, probably getting close to lunchtime. It started getting very hot. It was only about 80 or so, but it seemed very, very hot. The sun was very, very bright. There was no shade much of the places. So, yeah. We still enjoyed the day. Either way. I do have a blog post to go along with this video. I'm trying real hard to get this recorded and edited so it can go out at the same time as the video. I don't know if that's going to happen as the blog post. I don't know if that's going to happen because my husband and I are supposed to be going out to eat this evening for our anniversary, which is tomorrow. So I had a very busy day. You see, the dog interrupted me. Those are the kind of things that happened all day. Just little things that interrupt your day and make things that seem simple to do take a lot longer to do. So anyway, it's just been one of those days, and I'm very frazzled. So I want to try to get this done. Let's see how it goes. There goes my big dog snorting because she's decided she needs to be in here as well. You know, these dogs, sometimes I don't hear from them or see them until I start talking on a video. So I'm going to start with the small stuff, move up to the big stuff. You've probably, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen some of these items. So let's just get into it, okay? So I bought, this was one of my later buys. I have several large frames, which I'm going to show at the end. So I'll probably wait to show these till later. But these, let's see. I usually pick up things. Sometimes I'm looking specifically for furniture for specific projects. This time I was looking for smaller things for smaller DIY projects I could do for the blog, as well as for some things I have planned to do at the end of the year. So I found these 2 wire bins in 2 different places. Paid $1 a piece for them. This one actually has handles. I can't lift the other handle because there's a little tag on it still. But yeah, so they look rusty and crusty, but I can clean them up. I can do wire baskets like this are always useful for all kinds of things, and for $1 each, you can't beat that. And this one's fairly large. This was wastebasket size, really, if you wanted. I won't be doing that with it. It's big enough to go over my head. But I won't be doing that either, in case you're concerned. So those were 2 wire baskets. Those are not, I don't have a picture of those or my smaller frames in the blog post because I didn't have a picture. I didn't have time to take a picture because I had things kind of here and there. So something else I picked up that you would have seen already if you are following my blog posts is this gigantic spool of cotton poly twine. That's what this is. So it's a very soft twine because it's cotton poly blend. I paid a whole $4 for this, which is a steal. You can kind of see how big it is around the tube. This is a ton of twine, y'all. So I don't have any idea about the manufacturer or anything like that. It just says number 10 polyester cotton twine. Thomas is what it says on the outside. So that was quite a steal, and I almost missed it because I was talking to the people at that booth and started walking away, and at the very end I saw this and I was like, oh, I must have it, because most of the time when I send big spools like this at these things, it's a completely polyester or very rough acrylic type thread or something. It's not very nice to touch it all, but this is soft and it'll be excellent for all kinds of things. Like I said, I already used it in one of my projects for my blog post on Tuesday. All right, next, I bought 3 bags of cool stuff is what I'm calling it. Some people would call it junk, but I paid $10 for all 3 bags. He had the guy at that particular, I call them booth, because some of the towns you go through, they had like a square or something, and they had people set up with tables and tents and stuff, and then some people would just set up along the road, along the route in their yard. So he had all these big gallon baggies full of stuff, and I sifted through them and found what I thought was the best ones, although I'm regretting not getting one of them myself. He made me a deal for all 3 bags for $10, and I completely forgot to take pictures of his, he had a rack out front with all these cool, like, it was like he had these old tennis rackets and things that he had converted into like a jewelry hanging thing, and then like he had these wood pieces with different sort of knobs and stuff on it for hanging things on. They were really cool. And I didn't take a picture from him or get information from him, which I regret, because in my blog post you will see information for some other makers I met along the way, which we always meet people with booths with things that they made and not just, selling random stuff. So he was the only one I forgot to do that for, and I really regret that now. But anyway, you'll see all those people that I met, links and pictures of the things they make in my blog post. All right, so the first bag I picked up was a bag full of silverware, which I just really love old silverware. I've done some projects in the past with silverware. Now this particular container, I put them in containers, is all stainless steel silverware. This one is silver plated silverware, which you can tell the difference. You can see the patina on the silver plated stuff. None of this is like fully silver, I'm pretty sure. I haven't really checked. I can't even see that, y'all. I gotta get some reading glasses. I went to the eye doctor this morning and I need some for occasional use. So, I already wear contacts, so that's just adding to it. Anyway, there's a lot of cool spoons in here. There's even this nifty soup ladle-y thing. And I just really love, I use these, like I said, for all kinds of projects. I'm going to link down below to, I had one of those taller kind of jewelry armoire things. I think I got it on Black Friday sale at Walmart for like 20 bucks. It was not like, it was cheaply made. I converted it into several different projects, and one of them was a wall. I did some stuff with the drawers and some silverware and stuff to make wall hanging for my jewelry versus it being inside that box and me having to dig around for it. So I will link to that. The other bag was full of silverware, but it was mostly knives, but there were more forks in it. I didn't wind up with very many forks, so I wish I had got that other bag, but I didn't. So then another bag I picked up had these 2 wooden bowls. I pick up wooden little things like this all the time. They are great for all kinds of things. It's very dirty. All this stuff needs cleaning, which I would do before I do a project with it. But it had these 2 wooden bowls. It had this weird wooden rolling pin looking thing. And the only reason it makes me think it's a rolling pin, it's got this rubber thing on this end and a groove for one on this end. But I don't understand. It's a high-low center, so I'm not completely sure what this was for, but it was really neat looking. And like I said, I can do something with it. And it also had this. This looks like it was probably a cookie cutter. It's all bent and warped, but it is joined like that. It's very large, but it's still a cool piece of shaped metal. And I got this thing, which I don't know what this really is. It's metal. It has this interesting thing on the end. Anybody knows what this is, I would love to know. It's kind of hefty. I have no idea what it is, but it's cool. And I also got this, which was one thing that made me pick up that bag because I saw this inside it. It is one of those foldable rulers or yardsticks, and it does still work. I haven't unfolded the whole thing. Yeah. So I think I really like stuff like this. I think it's just cool. So that was in one bag, and then the last bag. Let me just move some of this out of my way. Okay. And then we can get the last bag, or rather the first bag I picked up, was full of knobs and handles and drawer pulls of all kinds, which to me is awesome for all kinds of things. So I had everything from like wooden, and most all of them have the screw in the back. This is some kind of wooden that had been painted at one time. Knob, and most of them had several of the same kind in it, so that's good. I also got some ceramic. This is ceramic. This one's really cool because it's round. Those are ceramic. I did get a few that were plain. Got a whole bunch of the plain wooden knobs like this. This one is ceramic as well, even though it has that gold look to it. It's ceramic and painted. I'm gonna drop these out because I see one down in here that I don't think. This is a metal one. It's a very lightweight metal, but it's metal and shiny. Sorry about that noise. And that was just those. And I have this whole coffee can full of all kinds of stuff in here. This is a metal brass looking knob. This knob was really cool. There was only one of those, but it's like wood and metal. It's like a 2-part kind of knob. This is just plastic. There was a bunch of these are metal. They're kind of rusty, but they're cool looking. You clean up that rust, no problem. This is a very heavy metal one, and then I had this one square one. They're both very heavy. This is a cool door knocker type drawer pull, and I even got this one has like a lion's head on it. That one's really cool. I did get, this doesn't have the base on it, but it is glass. It's a knob looking thing. And then I do have, this one is also glass, and this is the knob that goes into. I just have to glue that back. Please hush. Nobody wants to listen to that. This one's cool. These were really interesting. These are like, you can see the screws on the back. You would screw them flush, and then it's a pull handle like that. So I got several of those. There was one door latch or cabinet latch in there. I was trying to find some more of the, yeah, I got this really cool handle like that. These are just plates, but they look like plates from a doorknob. I got several like this, and these are metal handles. Those look really cool. I was trying to find, I had a couple. There's another cool one. There's a bunch of cool ones in here, y'all. They're all cool to me. I was trying to find the ones that look like mini doorknobs. So I'm not going to pull all these out and show y'all, but look at that. It's like a tiny doorknob handle. Isn't that cute? It's metal. I think there was one more like that. Yeah. This one, which is a little more ornate. It's on backwards because this is the front of that and this is the back. So, yeah. I got a whole bag full of cool stuff like that. And there's a lot of them that have more than one of, you know, the handle or knob. So if I wanted to put it on a piece of furniture or something, I would have that option. I usually use these for other things, but there's always that option. So those were my cool bags of stuff. I was super excited. I couldn't wait to get home to look through the bags and see what all was in them. That was something I really wanted to do, so that was exciting for me. So I'm going to show you these small frames, and then I'm going to pause so I can move my chair to show the big frames because they're really big. But and these are dirty. It's actually pollen on there. It kind of looks like mold, but it's pollen. But I got this frame. I paid $1 for each of these. It's a nice wooden picture frame. Got this one, which I really liked the frame on. I always look for the ones that have interesting frames. And this one right here was really cool too. That one had no glass in it, but most of the time I'm not using the glass in these picture frames, or I'll use the glass for something else. I'm really looking for the frame. So those were $1 each, which was not bad. So now let me pause for a second so I can move my chair. Okay, so maybe I can show y'all this stuff without hurting myself, because some of these frames are very large. I picked up, let's see, how many of these did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 frames total. They're very large frames. They have an art print inside of them, which most of them are outdated art prints or art prints that I don't prefer, but I bought them for the frame. I paid $35 for these 11 frames, which was a steal because they're decorator frames. The lady that had them used to be an interior decorator, and she's retired now, and she has this big barn basically full of stuff, and she was just ready to get rid of it because she didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I picked up all these frames that are a super price. I actually paid less than the list price on the front, which was a good price anyway because she made me a deal for buying all of them. So this first one actually has a mirror in the middle. It is very heavy. Okay, I'm back with this big frame after I fought with it. I don't want to pick it up too high because it's reflecting back into my living room and stuff. But you can kind of see the print that's in the inside. But it is heavy. It has a frame. It has a mirror in it. And it's narrow. It's not super wide. So, but it's a good frame. And with a mirror in it, even though I really don't like the prints in the side, they're kind of faded too. It's still an awesome frame, and it's heavy. See, most of these frames, some of these frames would have cost $35 or more by themselves. So this is the other very large frame I got. It has a kind of looks reminiscent of Christmas to me. Has a cardinal sitting in there. But the frame, and it's just a huge piece. And most of these prints kind of look like they're from the 80s or 90s to me. And this is framed by Franklin. It does say that it's a Renee dollar. I don't know. It's a print. It's not like worth anything really. The frame is. These all have the paperbacks and the big hangers on them too. So that's pretty awesome. All right. And then I have, these came as a pair. She had a mark at $6 for the pair. So that was really cheap anyway. This one I kind of do like the print, but it's still, like I said, I wanted the frame. I have a pair of these. The other print's fairly similar, just a little bit different. So I've got two like that. Let's pick up some smaller ones. I got these two prints. This teapot and then the other teapot, $8 for the pair. That teapot's kind of interesting, but again, I bought all this for the frame. And these were all professionally framed. This one was just $4. I kind of like the color of the stuff inside. There's a bird print in it. It's kind of cute, but that one was $4. And there was a pair of these. The print in the other one's slightly different than this one, but it has that set-in stuff too, which is kind of cool. $5 for the pair or something like that. Look, this one still has a hanger thing on the back. I didn't notice that. That's one of those that you can put to the drywall. Those super hangers. Pretty cool. So there was those. Actually, those were $6 for a pair. Now this print is the only one. I really love the frame and everything, and I kind of like the print, so I may keep it like it is. This one was $10, but I really like that butterfly in there, and I like the coloring and everything. So this one I may keep like this to hang on my wall. I did like that one a lot, which is why I picked it up. And lastly, I have this one, which was $5. But like I said, I bought all of them. I paid $35 for all of them together. I really like the frame on that. That print's okay in there. It's kind of a watercolory colored pear. Yeah. These are all very dusty and dirty, as you can imagine from sitting in a barn. Well, it was actually a really nice tin building with it's concrete floor, so it wasn't like it was sitting in dusty, but it's still a barn. But yeah, that's what I got. That's what I thrifted during my 100-mile peanut picking yard sale journey. I quite enjoyed the day. I loved spending time with my parents and then just looking at all the stuff. There's always interesting things to see. So I have a few other pictures of what I saw. I usually take more pictures than that, but I just was too busy looking and driving this time to take pictures. So you should check out the blog post for more pictures. And I have pictures of the booths and things I saw of makers who did different things. So you can go over there to check all that out. And I'll put a link under this video because I'm about to edit it and try to get it uploaded before my husband comes home and is ready to go eat. So I hope y'all have a great weekend. I don't know when I'll get to do my podcast this weekend. It may be Sunday because we have some bad weather coming in tomorrow. So I'm going to be sewing tomorrow, provided my power stays on. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!